And I think that the lived experience of a white kid in Appalachia or perhaps on a potato farm in Idaho
or in
Brooklyn is different in this country for a black student, whether that black student be wealthy or not, because this country was founded on slavery. And Justice Sotomayor, I think, said it very well. She said, we live in a society where race has always mattered and continues to matter. So in my view, pretending that it is no longer an issue exacerbates the problem.
It just blows my mind how bad these liberals want you as a person of color to feel oppressed, no matter what accomplishments you have had in your life, no matter your actual experience, doesn't matter. If you are black or brown, you are oppressed. That's it. You have no hope. I mean, this privileged black woman literally just said that she, as a privileged, rich black woman with a net worth over $5 million as of this year, doesn't have it as good as a poor white person living in Idaho picking potatoes. And you know why she does this? This race hustler does this because her entire brand is pushing this false narrative that racism is the only thing that matters in this country, and that if you are a person that is not white, you are oppressed. You are in chains mentally, and that's it. See, she can't say, I was successful. I was able to beat that mentality. I'm free. I'm living the American dream. She can't say that, because if she admits that, her entire brand goes out the window. What does she have to sell you if not oppression points? And it's just funny to me because she literally is living the Huxtable lifestyle. Her husband is a doctor. She is a lawyer. Her son just got accepted to Harvard. But you want to sit here and talk to me and to other like-minded Americans and tell us that we are oppressed and that being rich doesn't really matter, because if you're black or brown, you have it worse than a poor person with nothing. You know, I wonder if this race hustler actually went to Idaho or another rural town with a bunch of poor white people and shared their life experience, spoke with them, had conversations with them, or is she just assuming that because of the color of their skin, they're privileged, and they have it better than she has it? A woman who literally travels around the world in her private jets and yachts. A woman who makes over 6 figures a year sitting on her behind talking this nonsense. A woman whose child is going to Harvard. A woman who is in a tax bracket that many of us will never see in our lifetime. But she and her wealthy husband and privileged son, they got it so bad. They got it so bad. You know, when Kanye West came out a couple of years back and he made a statement that was very controversial at the time, that a lot of black people are still enslaved in their minds, he wasn't lying, because this woman is the perfect example of what he was talking about. The fact that she is sitting there with a straight face and trying to project this nonsense onto the masses is deplorable to me. It's disgusting. And why ABC is allowing this trash show to continue with this prejudiced, racist garbage that they peddle every single day is mind-blowing to me. And the fact that when I was a liberal, I used to watch this crappy show, I can't even get through like a 3-minute segment. I can't do it. I don't know how I was able to watch it back in the day, but apparently I was drinking the Kool-Aid and I was brainwashed. And thank God I took my red pill and I am no longer in that camp. But it's so sad to me because there are so many people that are still in that camp, and they get validated to believe that they are oppressed by privileged black people like this, who sit here and say, you'll never have it good. You'll always be oppressed. No matter what you do in your life, no matter what success you reach in your life, whether it be a doctor, a lawyer like me, a TV personality making over $5 million a freaking year, you're still gonna have it really bad because you're black or brown. I don't know how the other women sat there through that segment and didn't laugh in her face and be like, say what? Like, you are so privileged and you are sitting here trying to peddle a narrative that just because of the skin tone, it doesn't matter what success you have in your life. If you are black or you are brown, you are oppressed. You have it harder than a poor white person. Let that sink in for a second. A poor white person. There are more white people on welfare than any other race in this country. There are more poor people that are white in this country than any other race in this country. And I think something tells me that if you were to go up to a poor white person on welfare, struggling, not sure if they're gonna eat or pay their gas, and you tell them, your little rich self, that you have it worse than they do simply because they happen to be white, you might as well smack them in the face. You might as well. Because nobody is buying that garbage. Nobody, including you, Sonny Hostin. You know how stupid you sound. And the fact that she had the nerve to say that this country was founded on slavery, the foundation of this country was slavery, it was not slavery that founded this country. That is nonsense. Was slavery a part of this country? Absolutely. Guess what? Slavery at that time was a part of the world. It was a world economic trade. Unfortunately. And like I've said in other videos, Black Africans were also slave owners. Who do you think sold the African slaves to the Europeans? It was happening in every single continent. It was. But to say that this country was founded solely on slavery is just a disgusting misrepresentation of the truth. But again, race hustler Sonny Hostin has to use this narrative because if she tells the truth, she's got nothing. Nothing. This is what rich Black folks do on TV now. They can't tell you the truth. They can't tell you how privileged they are. They can't tell you how they lived the American dream. They can't tell you how they live in luxury every single day. They can't tell you that because they need you to believe that you are oppressed in order to sell you their books. And then she uses Justice Sotomayor, who says that racism is everywhere in this country and it hasn't left us. Yeah, if you see racism everywhere, then yes, racism is going to be everywhere because that is all that you see. It depends on what lens you're wearing. If you are wearing a lens that sees race everywhere, you will see race everywhere. That's how it works. Change your lens. This also plays a role in what's happening with the whole Jason Aldean controversy. If you guys don't know, he's a country music singer who wrote a song called Try That in a Small Town. In the song, he's speaking about how he's gonna fight against people who loot, people who burn flags, people who steal, people who commit crimes, people who are hateful towards police officers. Never once in the song does he mention a Black person or even show a Black face. In fact, he shows white people committing the crimes, and yet, people were so up in arms on the left, the race hustlers, claiming that Jason Aldean was a racist and that he was peddling this idea that lynching of Black people is okay. There's one girl on TikTok who I actually did a response video to, and now the video is at 2 million views as of today. So shout out to TikTok. But I made a video responding to what she had to say. So I'm going to show you guys that video so you can see for yourself the mindset of these people and how they expose their own prejudice against Black people in this country.
So are we going to talk about the racist dog whistles in Jason Aldean's new song or no?
No, but I want to talk about how you just exposed yourself. See, Jason Aldean never spoke about an actual Black person in any of his lyrics. What he talked about was people who steal, people who carjack, people who burn flags, and you interpret that as he must be speaking about Black people. You just exposed how you see Black people in this country, madam, not him. Don't you just love when liberals expose themselves? And I don't even listen to country music. So no, I'm not speaking as a super fan. I'm speaking as a logical person. Keep it up, wokies. I'm just getting started. Oops. Did I just expose myself? Did I just expose that, in my opinion, Black people commit all the crimes, carjack, burn flags, are violent? Did I just expose my own prejudice against Black people? Liberals do this all the time, which is so funny to me. And I expose her for the liar that she is. And it's just sad because this mentality is the mentality of a Sonny Hostin. Somebody who only sees race in every single situation and they desperately need white people to be the enemy in order to justify their oppression. Even though your network is $5 million. If that's oppression, I'll take it. You guys, we have to speak against this crap because if we don't, we allow these race hustlers to control the narrative. And I, as a person of color, a Latin boy, am not going to sit here and co-sign that nonsense. I'm not gonna do it because my family is actually the American dream. See, a little history about myself. My dad grew up in the streets. My dad has been to prison before. My dad used to be a substance abuser. My dad had a really, really rough life. And at one point in time, my family, we were on government assistance growing up, living in the hood and struggling. And I remember when I was about, I want to say in the 5th or 6th grade, my dad decided to go back to school. Now, my dad was a high school dropout, okay? His education was at the lowest level. He got his GED. He went to community college. He graduated and he transferred from his community college to NYU, where he got his master's. We were able to move out of the projects and upgrade our lives because my dad's income went up because he made something of his life, because he decided not to be a statistic, because he decided that he was not going to sit and live in the Sonny Hostin narrative that just because we are people of color, we must be oppressed. And this must be our narrative and we must live it. No, instead, we said, bump that. We're going to upgrade our life. We are going to live the American dream. We're going to take advantage of the opportunities that are out there and upgrade our family. And that's exactly what my dad did. And my dad today is a clinical social worker. He does therapy for couples. He's also a pastor. Like, my dad was able to pull himself out out of being a gangbanger on the streets back in the 70s and the 80s and somebody who was struggling with substance abuse to getting his master's from NYU. Now, you cannot sit here and tell me that the American dream does not apply to people of color, Sonny Hostin, when my dad is a living example that you are full of crap. And in fact, your own life is a contradiction to what you're saying, because you yourself also came from the Bronx. You came from the projects, and you were able to move up the ladder and become a lawyer. And now a very successful TV personality, I don't know why, but she is, with a network of $5 million. But you want to sit here and tell me and tell my family and other people out there that you are oppressed, that there is no hope or future for you because you're not white. Man, I will never buy into that narrative. Never. All right, guys, that is it for this rant. I just had such this rant because I saw this video clip and it just pissed me off. And I was like, you know what? No, not today. Not today, Satan. So I wanted to give you guys this video because more people need to speak out about this nonsense. We have to. What she's peddling is lies. And I'm not going to sit here and let other people watch this garbage and think this must be the experience of people of color. No, it's not. This is the experience of people who live in victimhood 24/7, 7 days a week, even with a network of $5 million, even with the husband who's a doctor, even with the son who got accepted to Harvard. She's oppressed. No, she's pathetic. If you enjoy my content, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this situation. What do you think of the Jason Aldean situation as well? Let me know your thoughts. And by the way, shame on CMT who removed his music video from their network because of the woke race hustlers who accused him of being a racist. But guess what? He gets the last laugh because his song just hit #1 on iTunes. Now, I'm not even a country music fan, but I'm going to download his song just to support him. I'm also available on TikTok and on Instagram under CurlyBoyChuck, so connect with me there as well, where I do videos daily and I get canceled daily. I'm also going to have a link to my PayPal and my Cash App. All money will be going back into this channel to help support what I do here. So support your boy if you can. Until next time, peace.